G'day. The stream may become spotty, but I think I've got enough reception to stream at the moment. So I have two matters to discuss, all crucial, vital, important matters for the security of our nation and the big walk. So this is Captain Australia doing Captain Australia's Big Walk. So I'm walking from Brisbane to Melbourne for a charity called the Kids Cancer Project. Now these two questions vital to the security of our nation are, we'll go with the more trivial one first. So I'm in a town called BEWONG on the way to Ulladulla. I think it's like 38k from Ulladulla. I don't want to sleep tonight until I'm within 15k of Ulladulla. So I'm going to do a press forward with a pretty decent march this afternoon, I think. But yeah, BEWONG is where I am, and it's got me thinking 80s sitcoms. So think of all the sitcoms you've ever seen, you know. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. And you got like, you know, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. Or you know, it takes different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does, you know. So you've got all of these little sitcom things imprinted in your brain. And I'll be there for you. You know, the thing is, BEWONG. So I've had little dad jokes playing through my brain, like, you know, we BEWONG together. You and me, we BEWONG together. But then I realised that's actually a song. I think it might be Golden Girls or something, but I can't think of the TV show that it relates to. And I thought you might be able to help me. So the song is like, you and me BEWONG together. You and I forever and ever. Something, 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 something. So whatever that's from, I don't know. Could be Mork and Mindy, I don't bloody know. So if anybody knows where that song has come from, boom, let me know. Scott asks, how far away, mate? I'm like 37k out of Ulladulla. Tonight I'll sleep about 15k out of Ulladulla, and then in the morning I'll just breeze through. I'll get up at 5 or 6, nice and early. So I should breeze into town around 11 or 12, no later than. Okay, so Friday I'll spend the afternoon at Ulladulla, spend the evening at the Marlin pub, I think it's called. And there's a bunch of people who want to meet up, so maybe we'll have some giggles and some beers, okay? Hi, Captain, says Gail. I've missed a couple of posts. How are the new boots going? Love your tunes. The new boots are lovely, so they're springing in okay. No major pains or anything. Going from having no support of your heel to having great support of your heel can actually then, you know, hurt you because you've adapted to having none. So I've got a few little, you know, sore spots in my feet, but all good. So the new boots, if you want to see them, where are we going? There you go. They're very similar to the old ones, but not exactly the same. Yeah, so I've stopped at a BEWONG service station. You and me BEWONG together. I've got myself a Mother energy drink. Mother, make a donation to the Kids Cancer Project. Mother, free advertising for Mother, you're a mother. Make a donation to the Kids Cancer Project. Mother. So now you have to, you know, share the link to this stream to Mother energy drinks. But yeah, I'm at a service station at a town called BEWONG, or BEWONG, or something like that. And yeah, Ulladulla. So I'm going to do a 20k march this afternoon, and then sleep, and then Ulladulla in the morning. Kane, my buddy, man. I met Kane on the road. I'll update a photo later with him. He's a lovely bloke. Great to meet you today, mate. You're a true superhero. Well, that's overly generous of you, Kane, but thank you so much. Nathir, my friend. Nathir is a buddy of mine. I'm from Brisbane. A young fella who. You know, we would have long chats about coming back from cancer because he had a paediatric cancer himself. Lovely to see you, Nathir. Welcome, mate. Good on you for checking in. That's lovely. So I'm at BEWONG, and the other matter vital to the security of our nation that I wanted to ask about relates to the fundamental rules of the Big Walk. So at first, they're all self-imposed, but there were 3 rules. No help. There's no support vehicles or anything like that. Sleeping rough. I'm just camping wherever I can find a place to sleep. And no vehicles. So they've all become a little bit adapted, you know, because we've found such kindness out there in the world. And I have learned and changed, because all my life before I would never, if you wanted to do something kind for me, I'd be like, like I don't deserve it, all awkward, you know. No, give it to him, that's fine. No, thank you so much. How are you, Simon? I'm good, thanks, even if I'm not. But I've learned, do not ever discourage kindness. You take it, when you take it, you're creating a circle with the person who gives it, and it's beautiful. And then you find ways to amplify it and pay it forward. So never discourage kindness, and that's changed some of the rules. So no help. People are coming and giving me water and stuff all of the time, and it's so wonderful. Thank you. If you've done that, thank you. Or if you've tried to do that and I'm already carrying too much water and I've had to say, oh, I can't take it, thank you. But yeah, the whole set of rules, some of them have become a bit flexible. So the sleeping rough one, since people have occasionally offered hospitality, it morphed a little to sleeping rough unless someone's offered hospitality, because you can't discourage kindness. So like a knight of old, I'm out slaying the dragon. Oh, let's slay the dragon. Hey, peasant, I have slain the dragon. Will you offer me hospitality? And they're like, yes, Sir Knight, you can stay in this bed here. And that's great. And sometimes it's businesses and motels, sometimes it's people. So I accept those kindnesses with great joy and gratitude. So I'm not always sleeping rough. I reckon maybe 75% of the 47 days has been sleeping rough. And when I'm remote, it's always sleeping rough. But anyway, so that rule became a little flexible as well. But the one I want to ask you about, and what I'd like, if you have an opinion on it, if you could just in the comments, say what you reckon. But the question is about no vehicles. So it's only becoming relevant now because as we go down the southern coast of Sydney, sorry if you can't hear me too well too, I didn't put my earbuds in, old man, I forgot. Down the south coast of Sydney and into Victoria, there's the main artery, the highway, but there's not like a coastal road. So I can't, like with when I was up at Coffs Harbour and into Gladstone, I could go out through National Park, follow beaches and coastal roads, but here it's not like that. It doesn't work that way. So I have to follow the freeway, and if I want to stop it at any of these towns, the freeway will go through some of them. Bateman's Bay, Eden, Bega, all of that. Great, I can visit those towns. But there's a lot of little towns along the way that I'll have an option to go to, but it means there's the freeway here, and then there's a 12k road into town, which means also 12k coming back. So the investment of visiting some of these little beach towns is a full day, and I can't afford that. I need to go home and get a job. I need to go home and hug my kids. I don't want to abbreviate the rest of the walk. I want to do a good job. I want to do it thoroughly, but I'm not sure that I can afford to just constantly motorway in, out, forward, in, out, forward. So the question is, if I come to a point on the motorway and somebody in one of these towns says, we'd love to see you, Captain Australia, come visit our town, if they came and got me and took me to the town and then brought me back to exactly the same point on the motorway, am I good? And then I just continue down the motorway. So I want to be able to say with integrity, with absolute honesty and integrity, I walked from Brisbane to Melbourne. And my way initially of saying that was, and I never got in a bloody car, So ferry is the exception if I'm crossing a river. But now there's this idea that all these side communities, I'm just going to miss out on most of them. And those people who might want to meet, who we might benefit from meeting each other. And the charity might benefit from visiting these communities and, getting their support. I'm just going to sort of skip half of them because it's just too much to invest a full day to go out to a little beach town and then reverse that walk. So the idea is, and the question that I'd love your comments on is it okay to have someone from that community come out to the freeway, grab me, take me to their community, I spend a couple of hours there visiting the community, and I get dropped back to the freeway to continue the walk. So exactly where I was picked up from, I'm dropped off, and I continue the walk as if I were just going straight down the motorway. But we get the benefit of visiting some of these towns that I wouldn't otherwise. So if you can comment on that, that would be great. Just have a think about it, and I will go through and read through those comments. And if we land at like 70, there's a clear consensus, great, we'll change the rules a little bit. Diane says, I would have absolutely no issue with that. All right, cheers, Diane. Lisa says, catch a kindness lift, Captain. It's all part of the journey. Allow the kindness of strangers. No, not a lift, though. Yeah, so nothing that shortens or abbreviates the overall journey from Brisbane to Melbourne. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to say I walked it all, But out, so the main freeway goes that way, out and back. That's the deal, yeah. Part of the story, changing lives. So that's lovely. Go for it. The benefits make the exception for you to create and meet these people. Okay. Hey, Diane, while you're watching, do you think Archer would like my boots? So I've got the old boots. I uploaded a video of what I did. So I signed them and wrote a thing about hope, and wrote a thing about, the big walk, give the cancer the boot. If you wouldn't want them and they're just like, it's not like any kind of a memento, no worries. There's the idea of auctioning them off with the charity, or really I just take them home and turn them into flower pots. But since you're watching, if you think that, I've got these are the new boots, Nathir. Can you see that? So they're the replacement boots that were kindly provided by Valhalla Outdoor and Tactical in Brisbane. Brand new, because the old boots were starting to fail. The old boots are being held by my mate Andy, and I've written on them, and the idea is that they might at some point after the walk be auctioned or something. It is a little bit hot today, and here's how mental I am. See my torn up old shirt? I've got thermals underneath there. I'm wearing long thermal underwear. I know what's wrong with me, but I feel fine. So I've become resistant to the heat. I asked him, he said yes, then he said actually no, to auction them and get money for the charity instead. He's happy with the postcards. Okay, alright, well cool. When I get to Melbourne, we'll see if there's any interest in having them auctioned. It's a weird sort of a memento, I suppose, for somebody. Or if there's someone who's been supporting the walk for the whole time and you just really want them, let me know, no worries. Saggy Rio, love the name. Saggy Rio is watching. So hot today, diddly-dee. Catch an out and back, an O&B. An O&B, says Lisa Borg, yep. Okay, so it seems like there's generally agreement with the idea of getting to the access road into these communities, and they're typically one-way roads. If it were a road that came in and then looped out and rejoined the freeway, that's fine. I can do that. It's just a detour. So if I walk a few more Ks, no big deal. Problem with these access roads, 10k in, 10k back, it's a half-day walk. Nathia says, I kind of at least want a photo of them and the words to frame on a wall. Oh, okay. Well, mate, if you really want the boots, I'll bring them back to Brisbane. But yeah, I've uploaded a video, and I did take a photo of them as well, which I'll share later. After this stream, I've got some photos I'll upload. But yeah, mate, I'll look forward to seeing you again when I get back to Brisbane anyway. Nathia, you're a lovely bloke. I'd like to remain friends. Okay, so I am at BEWONG. You and me BEWONG together. I like the idea of singing songs like Elmer Fudd. The more R's they have in there, the better, if there's a band, Rage Against the Machine, it's Wage Against the Machine, I like that. Something wrong with me, don't know why. Yes, so BEWONG, and headed for Ulladulla. So I've got a good, I think, 20k to travel this afternoon before I sleep, but that's fine. Brett says maybe someone can pay for an Uber there and back for you. Yeah, I think usually, for me to visit these communities, it's because, some of these people are just writing saying, look, I live at Sunset Point, we'd love you to come out here and, sometimes they might even be offering a bed, or they might say, we'd love you to come out and see the bay, can you make it out here? And I'm like, oh crap, it's a 22k detour off my route. You are directly off the freeway that I'm going down, and I'd love to, but, so this is a solution to that. I'd love to, but, so there's no but. I'd love to, but can you come and get me? Is the only but. So if you live in a community that is off the main highway that I'm on, the A1 or whatever it is, yeah, keep that in mind. If you wanted to come out and grab me and take me back to the freeway, I'd be happy to visit your town. So, Ulladulla, Captain Australia's Big Walk, pardon me, and that's about it, really. Unless anybody can tell me now, what sitcom is this from? You and me belong together, ever and ever. Is it like Full House or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, silly old fool. I get things in my head, I can't solve it. It's like I was thinking about my kids, pardon me, and I had this Motown song in my head. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. But it wasn't that song. I just had a niggly lyric in my head about like that, but it wasn't that song. Is it? Oh, it's Home and Away. Oh shit, okay. Well, that's pretty obvious. Thank you, everybody. Home and away. All right. So it's not an 80s sitcom at all. Jeez. This is a passion fruit energy drink. I'm not sure how this is going to taste. It's not terrible, but I'm not sure I like it either. Okay, thank you. Home and away. So, yeah, this ain't no valley high enough, low enough. It was actually a song with Aretha Franklin and George Michael. And it's like an 80s weird one. It's like, I knew you were waiting for me, it's called. And it's like, and some of the lyrics actually fit. Because it's like a warrior that fights, this is Aretha singing, and wins the battle. I know the taste of victory. But I went through some nights consumed by the shadow, and I was crippled emotionally. And that kind of fits my situation a little bit. And then, but somehow I made it through the darkness. Yes, I did. I escaped. I kept my faith, but and then it's when the river was deep, I didn't falter. When the mountain was high, I still believed. When the valley was low, it didn't stop me because I knew you were waiting for me. So that was in my head, just thinking of my kids, but I got my songs all flipped around and everything. Now I feel a little bit weepy because my kids are there waiting for me, you know. Anyway, all good though. I have well adjusted to that. So Marie says, that song is stuck in my head now. Yeah, well, jump on YouTube and play it. It's a pretty good one. Any other comments that I have missed? Gail says, hope you don't get any new blisters. Maybe put some band-aids on to protect, keep the tunes coming. I do have anti-blister pads and stuff that I can chuck on. But I think these boots are going to spring in fine. They're so close to the original boots that they're, yeah, I think my feet are like pre-oriented towards them. Okay, so time to gobble down. I got a little, you can't see, little pie here. Pie and a Mother Energy drink. Again, Mother, come on and drink your mother. So Mother Energy drinks, you now owe like at least a couple of grand to the charity, I think. Okay, come on, do the ethical thing, make the donation. Mother, let's all drink our mother. Come on, it just went up to 2,500, buddy. So if you are the business development manager at Mother Energy Drinks, and you see this video, you know what you're supposed to do, okay? Do the right thing, be righteous. 2,500 onto the charity, please. All right, everybody, thank you so much for your time, your attention, your interest. I'm humbled by it, delighted by it. Tomorrow is going to be a pretty cool day. I think I'm looking forward to meeting the Dullians, the Ulladullars, the Dullarites, or whatever we're going to call them. And yeah, it's going to be a very social afternoon. So I'll look forward to trying my best to share some of those moments with you as well. And for now, walking. Hot day, afternoon walking. I've got to cover 20k. So I'm going to gobble my pie and drink my mother and get a move on. So take care of yourselves. Marie says, if I wasn't stuck at work, I'd bring you a bucket of Zubadoobers. Yeah, well, lovely lady. Oh, that was you, Marie. Yeah, so you gave me two. By the time I'd eaten one, the other one had completely melted. So it wasn't an ice block anymore, Marie. It was a drink. Gail says, look, fire at 6 though. What? Look, fiery arty 6. Look forward, Ulladulla. Yeah, it's going to be great. Gonna love it. So tonight I'll be sleeping in bush between here and there. And then onward to Dulla. Alright, Rodney Goodall blisters, wear 2 socks on each foot. I am really seriously all good. So the heat, all good. Sunburn, all good. Blisters, all good. Everything's going great. I have become somehow inoculated to suffering. Even if my feet do start hurting, I can keep on marching, and I'm recovering really quickly and well. So the whole walk has made me stronger. It's made me stronger in every way that strength matters, you know. So physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I'm good. Yeah, and that's a message of hope for anybody who struggles, you know. I'm just an old buffhead. So I believed in the idea, the magic that I had hope that Big walk would heal me, that I could fix myself, and it's working. The recipe will look different for everybody, and it's all about hope that unlocks it. And that's the thing, the message itself is hope. So if you keep leaning into it, keep trying, things will and can get better. So Nathia says, power, resilience, perseverance. Yes, my friend, beautiful. We're all cheering, and enjoy the adventure, Kylie. I am loving the adventure. Yeah, people keep saying be safe, but then it's a holiday, not an adventure. Like I am having a lovely time, and I may have faced difficulties and adversities, and over there, that flicky flick, what's going on? There you go, that pack there. Right now, I reckon that bad boy weighs about 25k, and it's nothing. On the old back, it is really nothing. And I think that by leaning into the ordeal of that, I'm just getting stronger and stronger. So yeah, that's how I celebrate that. I'm grateful for that. And what I really hope is that that's something that I can pass